So I was digging through one of my worm farms, actually the breeder bins, and I come across this little wisp, a baby worm coming out of the cocoon. And I thought, I've really got to share this, so I got Karen on the camera. And is it in focus, Karen?
Yeah, I think so.
You can see the little worm, and just don't get too close, so it doesn't want to go out of blurry. We want to be able to see him coming out. Now, he's sort of a bit sus about coming in and out because of the light, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him, I've got my glasses on so I can see. I'm going to put this cocoon back into the worm farm here. And I'm going to get my hat on because I've probably got scruffy hair. We're going to finish this video and have a look inside this breeder bin. G'day my friends, welcome to the Marty's Garden channel and martysgarden.com.au. My name's Marty Ware and today I've got something exciting for you. So this is one of my breeding boxes. It's 3 weeks old and it's got mature worms in here. And what we're looking at is, are the worms bigger when you have less densities? I've started off with 250 worms in here, and after 3 weeks, will we find any cocoons? Marty's Garden is all about compost worms, composting, farming worms indoors and out, and growing some of the most awesome food around. You can learn how by clicking the subscribe button and hitting the bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
Welcome world to the Marty's Garden Show.
So a lot of people that have breeding boxes go for different types of densities, and in here I've gone for a very low density to breed a larger worm. And the reason being is because these worms actually go out into my compost area where I make my Artisan compost, because we've had a drought here, but fortunately today it's raining, so that is just unreal. It means the worms are going to start moving through my windrows and turning over that compost again. And so what I'm doing here, if I've got 6 of them happening here, we'll just move this chair out of the way. And Karen's on the camera. You can see I've got 6 different ones here, different ages, different groups, and different numbers in each one. This has got a lot of worms in it, but they're younger. And this one's got about 250. And I think, again, about another 250 or 500 in the one down below. So we've got 600. So it might be 3,000 or 4,000, maybe 5,000 worms. They're all up, but today we're focusing on this one, and as you can see, I've got a wet blanket on top. They love staying moist. Worms like to sit around that 70 to 80% moisture level, and I've put some newspaper just here on the sides, and they're basically eating the bedding. I do put a bit of food in here. Mostly they're feeding on the horse manure. So what I want to do is I want to dig in here, pull out a couple of worms and see if there are any cocoons. It's only 3 weeks old, so it would have taken about a week to settle in. So if any chance they're probably laying cocoons would be now and into the next few weeks. But it's worth having a look and seeing what's going on, checking out the size of the worms and the cocoon density. And if you saw at the beginning of the video, we had a worm, there's a cocoon there straight away. And if Karen needs to tell me if it's in focus or not, we'll get into the right light. Okay, so that's great. So we've got a cocoon there straight away. So that's a really good sign. It means it's a healthy bedding. And we want to look at the worm sizes. And look at that beauty. So I've got different types of worms. I've got red wigglers and tigers, blues, and different euros and things. But mostly the tigers and the red wigglers seem to do the best. And you can see that's a pretty good sized worm. He's stretched right out. That's a fully mature worm, and we'll put him back in because they like the dark. They don't like to be stressed out too much. What we're going to do now is we're going to dig through this part here and see if we can see any cocoons and check out the worms at the same time. So a decent sized worm yet again, nice and thick. We're looking for the thickness and the luster on the skin to see if they're healthy or not. And when they're on top, sometimes they're laying cocoons. So we'll put him back in the top there again, and we'll have a little sift through, see if we can see any cocoons in here. There's a little tiny wisp worm. Oh, how old's that one? So he might be a couple of weeks old already. So he may have come out in a cocoon somewhere. The worm could have been getting ready to lay a cocoon when he come in. There's a cocoon there. So that's 2 that we found in the last few minutes. And remember, this is not really ready yet. We've got a few weeks more to go, 3 or 4 weeks more to go till we start getting cocoon densities. So we're looking at the material. Is it breaking down? Is it getting eaten? Does it look like there's good microbiology sort of in there? You know, is there castings and things in there? I can't really see too many castings, but they're obviously starting to move and work through the material and enjoying eating that horse manure as well. And obviously it's not killing the worms. Can you see any more cocoons there, Karen? No more?
No more.
So we'll put those cocoons back into that pile there. And so they could take anywhere from, you know, like that, depending on how long they've been laid. So they go more of a red colour once they start getting ripe. And so there's a cocoon there, we'll put that down. So that's sort of still yellowish, it's starting to go a bit orange, that cocoon. So maybe a couple of weeks, she'll be out. And what we'll do is we'll fold back the towel here and head over to this corner section. You can see we get a few sprouts coming up. It's just grass coming up through the horse manure because it hasn't been heat composted. And you can see they're really lively. And I really like that. It means that they're active, you know, they're healthy, active worms. And we've got low densities in here, but we want to look at the size of the worms, and because they were pretty much nearly mature worms when they come in. And there's another cocoon there. So that's a good sign. We just dug around that top part there and found another cocoon. So that means that he's trying to do a runner pretty quick, that one. There's another cocoon there. So we'll pull that to the side there. Got 2 cocoons there, if you can go down and look at them, Karen. And look at this guy, he's very active, he's doing a runner. They're not too big, those worms. Can you see any more cocoons there?
No, can't see any more.
I haven't got my glasses on, but so when they go red I can't see them as well. I can more see the yellow. There's one there. I can more see the yellow ones. And again, the material is much the same. It still can get eaten. A lot more yet. And so a couple of cocoons there. I'm sure there would be a couple more, maybe red ones that I can't see. Karen's got better eyes than me. I'd probably need my super duper glasses on. We'll bring that over. We'll put the cocoons into that same spot. Write them down, and we'll go for a hunt for a nice big worm. See if we can find something that's nice and large. So we know that there's cocoons in there now. It's 3 weeks old, this bedding, and the mature worms are doing their thing. And so, well, there we go. That's what we were looking for. Oh, he's strong. When I was pulling on him then, Karen, he's pulling my finger down into the dirt. So look at that. It goes to show, look, if you have, so 2 hands almost across there, he's a good looking worm. And because I don't have the densities in here, they're happy to grow much bigger. And so he would eat quite a lot of tucker, that worm, Karen, because they can eat, you know, 1/3 to half their weight apparently in a day. Now I'm not a worm, so I don't know how much really they eat, but that's what they say. And I've just noticed from my experience over the years is that different times of the year and different climates and different heat and different food, they eat different types. You know, they eat a lot one week and then not so much the next. And so there's a medium-sized one. Again, we'll put it down there and we'll dig through a bit more, see if we can find another bigger one, because I want to show you that my average size is quite a good size. So we'll fold him at, well, he's not happy. He's gone, sunlight, sunlight, not happy. And so how's the light on that one, Karen?
It's a little bit dark.
Okay, so just come across to the side, so you're allowing the light to hit my hand. We get a good look at him. Nice lustrous skin, clitellum looks pretty healthy. It's moving quite well, and he's ready to go back into the light, into the dark, I'm saying again. So good sized worm. Look, oh, he's so fast. See how quick he just, look, like lightning, that one. And they're really moving through this material quickly. And most of the food's on top, so I don't want to stir it up too much. But there's another cocoon there, just digging through quickly, and found another one. And another cocoon again, or is that the same cocoon maybe from before? Another cocoon. So we're seeing cocoons, which is really great. Like, I know there's another one again after 3 weeks. So, and that's a really good size cocoon, that one. It was really cool seeing that cocoon come out of the egg as well. The worm come out of the egg, out of the cocoon.
Coming out of the cocoon.
Yeah. It's like that really scary movie called Cocoon, where the aliens come out of the cocoon. Not that these are like aliens. These are great little things, and they're, you know, all a part of my sustainability program for creating better soils and creating an awesome compost, an Artisan compost. And we can see that I'm getting pretty good cocoon numbers here in these breeding boxes. And if this is anything to show of how well this is working so far, when it's just the first lot with this trialled material, it is a very good sign. A very, very good sign indeed. I'm really, really happy. I'm stoked with the health of the worms, and I didn't think that I'd actually have many cocoons at all, to tell you the truth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them up again with this towel here. And the reason why I put the towel on top, so if you can see there, Karen, it's getting really thin. They're eating this cotton towel. It's a really old Billabong surf towel. You can see it's starting to rip. So by keeping the moisture in, I just wet the towel down with a spray bottle, or I dip it into a bucket with some worm tea in it and keep the moisture in there. And you can see underneath I've just got a foam box tray. This drains straight through. It's just a nursery tray with a plastic bottom underneath, and then we'll cover it over with another bit of old plastic bag there, a breathable plastic bag. So we want it all breathable, and we'll move them back to the racks. And that is just an awesome, for me, that is an awesome update. I am extremely stoked with that. And thank you, Karen, for being on the camera yet again. You're very patient with Dad, helping me out at the worm cave here at Marty's Garden. If you want to learn how to grow farm. Is that a blooper, Karen?
No, just a silly error.
Just a silly error? I don't know, it could fit in as a blooper, but we won't put it at the end, because we're going to say, please subscribe to the show if you want to learn and grow amazing food here related to worm farming and compost and organic gardening in your urban garden here, anywhere in Australia or around the world, because pretty much what I teach can be used anywhere. Have a great day. Happy gardening. And we'll see you at the next video. Should people comment, Karen?
No.
And should they leave a like down below?
Yeah.
Leave a comment, please. Bye for now. Say see ya.
See ya.